Hello there, Cancer. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast for the week of February 15th through the 21st. So a couple of quick announcements just at the beginning, and then we'll get straight into your forecast right after that. First of all, I did monthlies for February. This is the first time I've done them. If you guys like them and if you want to see me do them again, you want to share those all over the place because I'm going to be looking at views to see if it's worth my time and energy to do those again. And I got to tell you right now, from what I'm seeing, probably not going to be doing them again because I'm actually getting more views on my weeklies than I am on that monthly, which doesn't make sense because it's been out there for 2 weeks and still is timely information. So if you want to see me do monthlies again, definitely share on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, blah, blah, blah. You guys know how that works. Okay, the other announcement is I do have one slot left in a group mentoring session that is coming up this month, February 28th, 6:30 in the evening. That is a Sunday. The time is Mountain Time. So 6:30 in the evening Mountain Time. You can Google and find out what time that would be in your time zone. If you're interested in filling that last slot, go ahead and drop me a line. Send me an email. You can find my contact information on my website, which is on the screen here, amista.info. And also, if you want to be a part of a group mentoring session and that time doesn't work for you, then let me know. We'll open up one that at a time that works for both of us and then open it up to the public. Let's see, what else do you guys need to know? Oh, group mentoring sessions are about exploring and learning to develop your own psychic abilities. Okay, so that's what they're all about. Let's get into your forecast, Cancer. Okay, so Monday, what you guys have coming up is you have the Two of Swords. This is just telling me that you have a decision to make on Monday. Typically, this type of decision is between two different people. Maybe you're getting two different stories from those two different people, and you have to decide what is a fair resolution to some situation between the two of them. I see this come up all the time for parents who have kids, giving them two different stories about how something happened in the house, especially teenagers, but even younger kids. So for a lot of you, this can have to do with kids. This can also have to do with situations at work. I also see this come up for people where they have two different friends and the friends are wanting them to pick sides between each other. So lots of different ways that actually can manifest for you, Cancers, and I do feel like you'll be seeing all kinds of different manifestations for different ones of you. So that's what we have coming up on Monday. A decision that you're trying to make as fairly as possible, probably between two different people. Could be between two different companies, but probably two different people. Now, Tuesday. Ten of Swords in reverse for you, Cancers, and I like this in reverse. For one translation, this can be somebody that had a backache and the backache is feeling better, is getting better, going away on Tuesday. Now, another translation of this, and this is going to be for some different ones of you, another translation is that you had a situation where you had an idea and you brought it up to a group of people. Maybe it's a family, maybe it's at work, maybe it's to a group of your friends, and they all shot you down. Like everybody just thought, everybody just poked holes in this plan, in this idea that you had, and shot it all down. So what is happening now is all of a sudden people are seeing the validity in that plan and they're going, hey, Mr. or Ms. Cancer, maybe we should be doing that. How did that idea go again? So that's another manifestation. And then there's another way that this can be coming in for you, Cancers. And this is that maybe you had a situation where there was somebody that was telling, or maybe more than one somebody who was telling some things about you that just flat out were not true. And they were spreading these rumors about you. I feel like most of the time when this comes up, I feel like you know, or you heard about some of these rumors. Maybe you overheard something being said, or maybe a friend told you what was going down, but you knew what was going on. You knew that people were telling untruths about you. Now, what happens on Tuesday is that just during the course of everyday life, something comes up and you handle it just the way that you always would. You don't even really think twice about it. You just do what you normally would do. The trick here, though, is that when you're doing this, even though you're not thinking about what you're doing, you're just doing what you normally would, somebody who has heard those rumors about you witnesses this. And the only thing that they can think when they witness that is that these things that they've been told must not be right. Because if they were, you certainly wouldn't be acting in this way. And so it discredits the people or the person who is telling the untruths about you. And it also lifts the other people who were hearing the untruths. It lifts their opinion of you or confirms their opinion of you. And at the same time, it makes them question the integrity of the people who were saying these things that were not true about you. So it's a win-win-win all the way around for you, and you didn't even have to try to win. It wasn't like you were trying to fight with people about what they were saying or argue. You know, you weren't even taking a stand against them at all. You're just living your normal life, and the truth comes out. Isn't that amazing how the truth just comes out? You squeeze a tube of toothpaste, out comes the toothpaste. You squeeze a person in life, out comes the truth. And that's what happens for you on Tuesday. Works out very well. Now, Wednesday, Cancers, Knight of Coins in reverse. Knight of Coins in reverse just means you're doing something to blow your budget on Wednesday. So maybe you're doing some impulse spending and you're just thinking, you know, I'll fix the budget later on. Maybe you decide that you don't want to go to work and so you call in. Or maybe if you have your own business, this can be you kind of kicking your feet up and not doing what you know it takes to keep the cash flow showing up. Okay? No matter how you slice it, it impacts your budget in a negative way, and it's because of your own actions that are directly impacting your budget. No two ways around it. All right? Now, Thursday, Cancers. Two of Cups in reverse. Two of Cups in reverse is talking about relationship and emotions. And so for a lot of you, this is going to be talking about a romantic relationship, although not for all of you. For some of you, this is going to be about a friendship. For others of you, this is going to be about a family relationship or a business relationship that you have going on. And what happens with the Two of Cups in reverse is that that relationship, I'm hearing the word this time suddenly. So that relationship is suddenly starting to move backwards from how you want it to move on Thursday. So whatever relationship that applies to in your life, that's what I see coming up. Now, of course, I want to remind everybody, these are general readings. Not everything that I say here is going to apply to every single Cancer that watches these. And even if things do apply that you might wish they didn't, guess what? You have free will. So if you start to feel that kind of energy come in that you would rather not have, you can make some choices that will make a difference in that, and that will sort of get you going in a more positive direction if you choose to do so. All right, so Friday, what we have showing up is the Death card in reverse. I like to call this card the Transformation card. Death is kind of, I don't know, death really freaks people out. Transformation is really kind of the same thing, but it doesn't freak people out so much. I mean, because if you think about it, when somebody dies, what are they doing? They really are just transforming. They're taking their spirit out of a body and they're moving on just to the spiritual realm. It's a transformation. It's a transition. So death really is, to me, it's not that big of a deal. The person is still around. Their personality, their soul, their spirit is still around. They're just not operating their bodysuit on this world anymore. So it's basically kind of like, to me, it's like this. We are given these bodies to operate and to impact this world as spirits. So we are spirits that are running our bodies, okay? So it's very similar to the idea of when we get into a car, we are not that car, but we are in charge of that car. We are making that car go where we want to go at the speed we want to go and all of that good stuff. It's the same with our bodies. The spirit gets into the body and tells the body what to do. Now, we get out of our car, we're still intact. The car is still intact, but now it's separate from us. Our rear end is not planted in that front seat, but it's still a car. We're still us. Same thing whenever we transition. Same thing whenever we pass away. Same thing when we have the death experience. Our spirit gets out of our body. There's our body. It's still there. It's not functioning anymore, but it's still there. It's kind of like the car. It's turned off. The ignition is not on. And we're still over here. Our spirit is over here. It doesn't die. It doesn't disappear. It's still intact, just like we're still intact when we step away from the car. So I don't know why people get so wigged out about death. I wish they wouldn't. And I wish we would call this card something else so that people don't get so wigged out about death. But really, we're talking about a transition or a transformation. So on Friday, we have some kind of transformation that is starting to move into your life, Cancer. This type of transformation, when I see the death card, this is talking about that we're realizing that we have a negative thought pattern, or we have some kind of self-destructive pattern, and we're working on changing that. We're trying to find something more productive to put in that place and take out the negative thing and put in the more productive thing so that we can move forward with our life in a happier, better way. Now, you guys got the death card in reverse, Cancers. So that means that you're resisting that change. You're resisting that transition, okay? So you realize that you have something that's self-destructive, but you've been having this self-destructive thought pattern or action, behavior, or whatever for a very long time, and you're comfortable with it, and it's okay to you if it's self-destructive. You're not ready to make that transition. You're not ready to make that change. So when I see the death card coming in reverse, I know that you're becoming aware. Okay, there's something negative going on here. This really isn't productive for me. It's not helpful for me. In fact, it's self-destructive. So you're becoming aware that you have this self-destructive thing, and maybe you're just becoming aware of it on a deeper level, but you're not yet in that place emotionally where you're saying, yeah, I have this self-destructive thing and I need to lose it for my own self-preservation. You're not making that change yet. Not yet. But here's the thing with this card. When it shows up, whether it's right side up or whether it's upside down, you will be making that change. So whether it's a thought pattern or whatever it is, that change is going to happen. That awareness has set in. And once that awareness has set in, there's really nothing that can stop the wheels of change from rolling all the way in. And so you can resist it as long as you want. But guess what? When you're resisting it, you're just stretching out that time frame that you're in transition, that you're changing from point A to point B. And so what happens when you stretch out that time frame? You put yourself in this place of flux where things aren't quite balanced and things can't get in a good flow because you're in between. And it's uncomfortable. If you don't resist the change, if you let the change process through your life, if you let yourself replace old thought patterns or old behaviors that are not good for you with ones that are good and productive for you, then you let that change process through your life and you move on from point A to point B. And you start to get into your groove, whatever your new groove is going to be, and things start moving forward more smoothly. So what I would encourage you on Friday, if you feel this change coming in, try not to resist it. Try to embrace it if you can. It'll only make life easier for you and for those people around you who have to tolerate you being moody until you get all the way through this process. Okay, so that's your Friday, Cancer. Saturday, Saturday you have the sun showing up in reverse, and this is a very good card even in reverse. This is telling me, oh wow, even better. This is telling me that on Saturday you're getting to spend some time with somebody that you enjoy spending time with, and the two of you are doing things that you enjoy doing together. I feel like there is a little bit of give and take, like maybe you're doing things a little bit differently than what you would do if you were by yourself, but you are both very happy with whatever it is that you're experiencing together on Saturday. Now, on Sunday, Cancer, Queen of Cups coming up for you, and you are a water sign, so Queen of Cups can be talking about you. It's interesting, though, because I feel like for most of you, this is not so much talking about Well, maybe it's talking about you, but it's also, for most of you, talking about somebody else that you're interacting with on Sunday. Most of you, this will be a female. Some of you, this will be a male. This person that you'll be interacting with on Sunday, if this is not you, is just somebody who's very in touch with their emotions, knows how to handle them, is comfortable letting themselves feel their emotions, comfortable expressing their emotions. This is the type of person that can be very affectionate, is a good mom, or if it comes in as a male figure, this would be somebody who would make a good dad, just because he or she is good with emotions. They're good with relating to people. They're good with being compassionate, being affectionate, showing that kind of encouragement, that kind of support. For some of you, I feel like you're actually going to be interacting with your moms on Sunday. Maybe you're calling them. Maybe you're just maybe you're actually spending time with them. For some of you, this is going to be a sister that you're spending time with, or a very good friend that you're spending time with, that is good with emotions. Da, 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 da. What else is in there? I think that about covers it. You get the gist. There's somebody that you're going to be spending time with on Sunday that's really good with emotions, and I feel like you guys are going to have some good conversation on Sunday. I feel like you're going to be sharing some things that maybe you haven't shared before, or sharing at a level that's more deep than you have shared before whenever you guys talk on Sunday. So, okay, Cancers, that is your week. Thank you everybody so much for coming by, liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting. Thank you for checking out the monthly videos if you haven't already, letting me know what you think of those. Share them if you want them to be done again next month. Everyone have a fantastic week. I'll see you back here the next time. Peace out.